The ROG Xbox Ally devices are on the way. What is the difference between the white version, the Xbox Ally, and the black version, which is the Xbox Ally X? So there are two Xbox handhelds that are going to be coming out in about 10 or so days here on October 16th. And it is going to be a brand new entry into Xbox hardware, into PC handheld hardware, whatever you want to call it. But a lot of people are very excited for this one because it is coming out with two different versions. You have the Z2 Extreme version, which is the Ally X. Then you have the Ally, which is the Z2A version. There's definitely questions out there as to what's the one for you, which is the difference between these two products. And there is a big price difference between them. As we know, there's a $400 difference between them. So this is a decision that you actually have to think about and not just think you're going to save up a bit more and then go with the higher end version, as the Ally X is coming in at $1,000 and the Ally is coming in at $600. So there is a massive difference. And the reasoning for that difference is, I would say, a couple of things here, but basically the big thing here is going to be the chip inside of it. You're getting the Ryzen AI Z2 Extreme on the Ally X, and you're getting the Ryzen Z2A on the Xbox Ally. But here's the breakdown of the difference of the two Allies and the two chips that you're going to be deciding between when you're picking up your ROG Xbox Ally. So the Z2 Extreme has 8 cores, 16 threads, Zen 5 and Zen 5C architecture. The Z2A has 4 cores, 8 threads, and the older Zen 2 architecture, which is similar to the Steam Deck. The iGPU is 16 RDNA 3.5 cores on the Z2 Extreme and 8 RDNA 2 cores on the Z2A. There is also a neural processing unit, which is going to give you that AI accelerated features and hopefully give you a longer life here with the ROG Xbox Ally X and get games to run and look better than they do right now by using the neural processing unit. That is available here up to 50 tops on the Ally X, but there is not available there on the Z2A with the regular ROG Xbox Ally. And then the other big thing here is the TDP and the thermal power design stuff here between the Ally X and the Ally. The thing with the Ally X, since it is a more powerful card, you're going to probably be going between 15 to 35 watts. With the Ally and the Z2A, you can go between 6 and 20 watts, which would be optimizing for more power efficiency, better battery, all of those things. Of course, when you're playing more demanding games, you're going to be putting your wattage, you're using higher wattage to get better frame rates and get the games to look better. The battery is going to die significantly faster than when you're playing games on lower wattage or playing less demanding game. The performance for the Z2 Extreme is going to be right now a top of the line chip within your handheld. You're going to get some good performing games. You're going to be able to hit some good frames, especially if you're using things like frame generation and all of these features that games have available to them now, where even if you don't have the most powerful piece of hardware, you implement these features and the games to start to run better with better FPS. But you're going to have probably right now a top of the line handheld in terms of performance. Yes, there's stuff that is more powerful than this, but it's also significantly more expensive, and they're just kind of starting to come out. And it's much different right now in terms of like the whole battery solutions with those more powerful devices. But the Z2 Extreme, you're going to be having good experiences on that one. Even with the Z1 Extreme, if you still have one of those chips, you still have good experiences. This will just give you about, I believe from what I've been seeing, is about a 50 to 20% improvement on the performance. So not mind blowing, not out of this world, but it will be a good experience. The Z2A is comparable to the Steam Deck, to the original Steam Deck, prioritizing battery life over the raw power. So even if you have a handheld right now and you want to get a Z1 Extreme, it will be more performant in the Z2A here with the ROG Xbox Ally. When it comes down to it, in my opinion, it's not just about the raw power. It's not just about, do you want the most powerful one on the market? You don't care about spending that type of money, $1,000 plus to get the Z2 Extreme in your handheld. The biggest thing I think you do have to end up asking yourself with these two devices is the style of games. Which ones do you want to play on a handheld? Are you sitting there wanting to play competitive first-person shooters on your handheld? Are you wanting to play graphically intensive single-player experience? Or are you more into the smaller indie games, games that are less demanding, side scrollers, maybe puzzle games, or maybe some third person action games that don't have the craziest graphics in the world? If you're more into those types of games, then the Z2A potentially will probably be completely fine, especially when you think about all of the different features that you can tinker with inside of each game to get better frames per second. You shouldn't be expecting the best fidelity at all. Even with the Z2E, you're not going to be getting that. But you're also playing on a 7-inch screen, so you don't need crazy resolutions for these games to actually look decently good. So that is going to be the biggest question that I think people are going to have to ask themselves before they pick one of these things up. Is it really going to be your companion ally device, or is it going to be one of your devices that is a main that you bring with you? You play everything on it. That also is another determining factor, I think, on the one that you're going to want to pick up. If it's truly with the name Ally and you're just picking it up to play here and there, you're playing smaller games, and I actually think the $600 version is probably going to be completely fine, because one of the big things these both have is going to have the great ergonomics of that Xbox controller. So I am still in the midst of deciding, do I want any of these, or do I want some of the other handhelds out there? Do I want the Lenovo Legion Go 2? I would love to try out all of them and just choose after playing around with them. But I would love to do the comparisons and see comparisons of the ROG Xbox Ally versus the ROG Xbox Ally X. So that is probably the biggest difference between them. So there are some other differences as well, such as the storage on it. You're getting 512 gigabytes on the Ally versus 1 terabyte on the Ally X. You're getting a smaller battery on the Ally, which, because you don't need the bigger battery, especially if you're playing with more power efficiency and stuff, you'll still get good battery life. So those are some of the other changes in it in of itself. But the biggest question you're going to be asking yourself between these two devices is, how much power do you want? What types of games do you play? And will the Z2 Extreme, the AI chip, will that be overkill for what you're going to be utilizing it for? And if the answer to that is yes, then I think, yeah, just save that $400 and go with the ROG Xbox Ally. But I'll end the video there. If you did enjoy this video, hit that thumbs up. If you're new here, hit that subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.
Bye.